welcome back to my channel. Josephine here. Today I wanted to do a review on the men's fragrances from Parfums de Marly. Now, Parfums de Marly is a brand that I've had so much hype about in the fragrance community. Everyone is raving about both men's and women's fragrances, and it is sometimes said that it is like the best niche brand. So I want to check it out for myself. I actually discovered the men's fragrances for the first time with Chris from Fragmental, and I like the fragrances, so I wanted to go in store and kind of discover more about the brand. And I have to say I am more attracted to the men's scents rather than women's scents, and so I decided to test them out a little bit and play around with them, and so I got a discovery set online of 5 fragrances from Parfums de Marly. Now, if you're interested in knowing more about my thoughts on these perfumes, then please keep watching. And before we move on, please make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so that you know when I post out some new videos. So this discovery set, as I said, I purchased online. It contains 5 best-selling fragrances from the brand. It comes in a little box. I will show it to you closer up. And it also comes with a little leaflet here with information about all the fragrances, and here are 5 perfume vials. So this was actually £25, which is, I think, a really great price for a discovery set, especially when you think that bottles from Parfums de Marly generally are around the £200 mark. So really great value here. So the first fragrance within this discovery set is Layton. Now, Layton is a beloved scent amongst the perfume community. There's been a lot of hype around it, and it has been inspired by, and I quote, "the festive and harmonious court of Versailles." So it is a scent that is fit for royals, if you will. It is a fougère fragrance, and to me, it is a sweet fougère fragrance. So let's have a look at the notes that are in this perfume. I'm just going to read them off this little leaflet that came with the discovery set. So you have bergamot, mandarin, apple, lavender, violet, jasmine, geranium, guaiac wood, patchouli, sandalwood, cardamom, vanilla, and pepper. So lots of different ingredients. But yeah, as I said, it's a fougère perfume, but it's a sweet take on a fougère fragrance. So fougère fragrances are typically associated with a barbershop feel or a soapy scent, which soapy and clean and aromatic. And this Layton is a sweeter take on that. So when you first spray it, I get at least a lot of lavender and a bit of a camphor feel to it, so to really bring out that freshness. But then there's like a really beautiful, warm and sweet base that has a bit of caramelized apple effect, I find. And this definitely, the sweetness will continue to warm your skin and will become sweeter as you wear it, but it will retain the freshness from the initial lavender. Now, this scent to me is very powerful and quite heavy, so I would recommend wearing this more in the autumn and winter time, or if you like to wear it throughout the year, perhaps on an evening, because it is quite powerful. But it is really, really good. Now, in terms of longevity, I tested this on my skin and for a couple of times, and unfortunately it only lasts 5 to 6 hours, which may seem a lot, but this is an eau de parfum, and eau de parfum usually lasts between 5 to 8 hours, so this is kind of on the lower end of the spectrum. But that being said, I did research on this scent, and a lot of people have been saying that they have tested it and it's lasted forever, for, you know, maybe 10 hours or so. So maybe there's something just wrong with my skin. On my skin at least, it didn't last very long, but it is very powerful and has great projection. So if you're into, you know, sweet fougère scents that are powerful, then you should try this one out. The second fragrance in this discovery set is Harrod. Now, just like Layton, Harrod has had so much hype around it. And I understand why, because this scent smells absolutely amazing. It is a beautiful, smooth tobacco scent. And actually it is classified as a gourmand woody perfume for men, and it is simply gorgeous. So the notes in here are cinnamon, pepper, osmanthus, tobacco, frankincense, labdanum, amber, vanilla, sandalwood, patchouli, and musk. This perfume is really sweet, it's really warm, it's woody, it's creamy as well, and it has this beautiful tobacco note in it. I kind of get a bit of a boozy feel, like maybe cognac-like, that when mixed with the tobacco makes this fragrance quite masculine. even though it's a sweet scent. So typically sweet scents are associated more with feminine fragrances, but this is a sweet perfume that is very masculine, and if you're into sweet scents as a man, I would really recommend this fragrance. I get a lot of sort of smooth tobacco, but also pick out the osmanthus in here, which brings kind of like an apricot leathery feel to it, and it's very creamy too. The sandalwood in here brings a lot of creaminess. So overall, this scent, in my opinion, is very luxurious and it's very elegant, and I feel that, you know, it could be worn if you're on a night out, dressed with nice clothes, or you could also wear it with like a knitted sweater in the winter because it has a bit of like a comforting feel too. Next up on the list is Galloway. Now, Galloway is a citrus scent that has notes of pepper, iris, orange blossom, musk, and amber. It is definitely a fresh scent. It's a bit soapy, citrusy, and clean with a hint of spiciness. It definitely has a certain sharpness to it compared to the other two fragrances that I talked about. It's not as round, and it is also quite powerful. In the dry down, it has sort of a slight leathery feel to it, but maintains this freshness because of the citruses. I would say that this scent isn't incredibly original in terms of the olfactive DNA, in the sense that I have smelt things like this before, but it is an enjoyable scent, and I think it would be quite crowd pleasing and is a good everyday scent. Because it's a citrus scent and it's on the lighter side, I think it would be a great spring or summer scent, and perhaps it would look really nice maybe with a white suit, for example. But in terms of longevity and projection, it will last for ages on your skin, and people will be smelling you everywhere you go, which is a good thing, I guess, for a citrus fragrance. Next, we have Percival, and Percival is an aromatic woody scent. So there's a bunch of different notes in here, and I'll read them to you really quickly. There's bergamot, mandarin, aromatic and watery notes, jasmine, violet, geranium, lavender, pink pepper, coriander, cinnamon, musk, woody notes and spicy notes, pepper, fir balsam, and nutmeg. So many notes. So what does it smell like? To me, this fragrance is very fresh, it's spicy, it's woody, and it's also a bit musky. Out of the 5 perfumes in the Discovery set, it has probably the most masculine DNA, along with Galloway that I just talked about earlier. And what I mean by that is when you smell this scent, like, this is definitely a man's scent. I, as a woman, would not wear this perfume. For me, this fragrance is quite commercial, and what I mean by that is it's quite mass appealing. I've smelt this before, it's not a unique DNA, and it actually reminds me of scents that younger men would wear, and I was trying to figure out what made me think that, and actually the more I smell this, the more it reminds me of fragrances from like Abercrombie & Fitch or Hollister. I'm not trying to downgrade this perfume at all, because I actually really like Abercrombie fragrances, and every time I go in a store I'm like, whoa, this smells amazing. But to me, it's on a similar line to that. And whether I would spend the money on a £200 bottle or a cheaper alternative, I would probably go for the cheaper alternative, because to me this isn't differentiating enough. But it is a great scent, and the longevity is insane. One thing that's great about these Parfums de Marly perfumes is that they do last a very long time, so you do get your wear out of them. And it is a very easy everyday scent to wear. I would probably picture this more on a man who's like maybe wearing jeans and white tee and some cool shades. Kind of has like a coolness factor to it. So that is my take on Percival. And the last fragrance is Pegasus. And this scent is so good. Oh my god, I love it so much. I want to drench myself in it. That's how much I love it. This scent is an almond-based scent. It is classified as a fougere, but I'm not getting that vibe at all. There is lavender in here, but I can't smell it. Let me read out the notes for you. So there's bergamot, heliotrope, cumin, lavender, almond, jasmine, amber, vanilla, and sandalwood. Now, like I said, to me, this scent is a beautiful almondy scent. It's soft, it's powdery, it's really creamy, and I'm definitely getting some floral elements, so I can feel the heliotrope, which just adds that powdery, soft touch. I would say that out of all the perfumes that I talked about today, it is the one that is the most unisex, and then is probably the more feminine, if I could say, type of perfume. So this is a perfume that I would 100% wear. I'm not saying that guys can't wear it. By all means, you know, everyone can wear whatever they want, but it has more of a feminine vibe to it than the other ones. This perfume I think is great to wear all year round, whether it's the summer or the winter. It has a bit of like a comforting feel to it, and it's just a very easy to wear scent. So let's do a really quick recap and see what scents I would recommend. So Layton is a sweet fougere scent that is great for the autumn winter time or evening wear because it's quite heavy and opulent. Then we have Harrod, which is a really beautiful smooth tobacco scent with quite a bit of sweetness that is great for autumn and winter. Then we have Galloway, which is a fresh citrus scent, not a very unique fragrance DNA, but nonetheless really great projection and longevity. Then we have Percival, which is the one that reminds me the most of a Abercrombie & Fitch or Hollister fragrance. It is very manly and very sexy and crowd-pleasing as well. And finally we have Pegasus, which is more on the lighter side and perhaps more on the feminine side as well, with a beautiful almond note. So now, which ones do I love the most? I would say is Harrod and Pegasus, because Harrod is just gorgeously creamy and sweet, but not too sweet. And Pegasus, well, I think you already know by now why I love it so much. The other three, Layton to me is a bit too heavy and it can give me a bit of a headache. And the other two, Percival and Galloway, I just find that these scents are not very original and they can be found within more mass or prestige brands. So that was my take on fragrances for men for Parfums de Marly. Please let me know if you enjoyed this video or if you didn't like it as well. Leave a comment. And also, if you've tried any of the fragrances, if you have others that you would like me to smell, or if you have others that you absolutely love to wear, please let me know. I would be very interested. So that's it for the video, and I will see you very soon in the next one. Bye! If you'd like to see more detailed fragrance reviews, make sure you check out my blog at jusderose.com and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any posts. I also create healthy dessert recipes inspired by fragrances and some candle DIY projects where I share the exact perfume formula so you can recreate them at home. Thanks again for watching!